It's the Cornermen Radio Live with Barzini. We got our special guest, one of the best trainers in the world right now, Brian Bomac. How you doing today, Brian?
Good, man. How y'all doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm glad to see, man, people from my hometown, Nebraska, Omaha, winning out here. So, man, congrats on that. So what's been going on, Brian? What's the latest?
Man, just chilling, man. You know, getting ready for all these fights coming up. You know, we got fights back to back for the starting the 28th up until Terence fight on the 9th.
Right.
So we busy, man. We busy at the gym. We about to go back out to Colorado Springs and start camp and finish camp on one and start camp on two more. Or three more, actually. So you know, we're trying to get it in.
Right. How many Fridays do you train?
Man, we got a shitload of fighters that we train. We're probably about 9 right now, 9 or 10.
Wow.
You know, and I try to schedule them around the same time. You know, try to schedule them around the same time. All of them, you know, like 1 week after, or 2 weeks after. You know, so they can kind of shuffle in the house and then shuffle out the house. So two fight, maybe fight this weekend, and then they'll leave the house, and then 2 more come in, and they got 6 weeks, and then 2 more fight 2 weeks later, and then another one to come in. You know, so just try to work it like a turnstile, pretty much.
Oh, okay, man, you look. It seems like you got like a real busy schedule, man. But
we stay busy, man. We stay.
Yeah. How is the injury for Crawford? Is it properly healed yet? I know it was a minor injury that I was hearing on the news.
Yeah, he still got about another week or two, probably about 2 more weeks before he can use it. He could use it like with full force. But it's coming along. It was what it was is kind of bruised his bone a little bit because he was going in for a kill on a sparring partner, and he just tweaked it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But you know, we've been using it. We've been using it just, you know, on the water bag, you know, the double wind bag, so we keep that you know, keep that popping, you know, in the training. But overall, man, we'll be able to use it by the end of this month. That's when we go to camp.
Camp is the end of the month.
Yeah. He'll report to camp at the end of this month.
Okay, that's good to hear, man. Cause I've been seeing a lot of trash talk from Horn's promoter and his manager, his trainer, saying y'all try to call a fluke with this injury thing, and I'm like, in my head, it's like I've never seen Crawford did any sucker move like that. You know what I mean? I'm surprised to hear Crawford's promoter speaking ill about this injury that Crawford is having.
Well, you know, what they trying to do, they're just trying to hype the fight up a little bit, you know. His manager, his promoter, that's all they're trying to do. You know, I do believe in their hearts, man, that they know Crawford's going to beat the shit out of Horn. So they just put some extra shit into the contract. If he get beat, can we have 2 more fights worth this much? If you was confident in your fighter, you wouldn't even give a fuck. After that fight, you'd be like, all right, we're going to the next fight. But they put all kinds of stipulations in the contract where they want Top Rank to do this and they want Top Rank to do that. So that just shows signs of, well, we ain't too sure about Horn fighting Crawford and shit. So let's just try to ride the gravy train as long as possible, you know?
Right. Well, I'm just glad that the fight got finally announced for June 9th. Y'all got your arena, everything is set up. How does it feel for y'all to fight on the ESPN Plus app? How you feel? Like, what you think about this app?
Well, you know, we're gonna see how it play out because I think one of those guys is fighting on that app first. Somebody's fighting on that app first.
Yeah, American.
Yeah, Khan. Yeah, he's fighting on that app first. So if it does well, you know, it's good for him. If it don't, hopefully they'll come out with another plan. Hopefully they'll put it on regular ESPN. You know, so what? You know, Terence has to make some concerns about fighting on it. So you know, we'll see. You know, we'll see. You know, the type of money they're paying him. I wouldn't give a damn if he fought in the fucking parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if anybody want to see it and it's on that app, man, they'll pay that little $4.99 to watch the fight. You know. Then I guess you get other stuff with it too. You know, for all day football, all day basketball, all day baseball, and all that shit. So it's cool.
Right. I just hope, man. I just hope this ESPN app, y'all get the viewership that y'all need, because Crawford needs to be seen by the world and display how he is the best in boxing. He is the pound for pound best fighter in the world. Like, you know what I mean? I just hope to see it, because, you know, like I said, man, my family is really rooting for y'all. I am rooting for y'all because, you know, like it's not too much people from Nebraska winning, and you guys are really taking the state and Omaha like really on the forefront, and I'm really proud to see guys like y'all from my hometown winning. So, like, my next question, man, how is Jamel here and doing working with you and all that?
Man, Jamel, man, is like he's the perfect fighter that you ever a coach want to coach, because he listens very, very well. Being from the ex-military, ex-Marines, man, he's very, very disciplined, man. His body, he treats his body like a machine. You know, he watches what goes in his body. He listens very well to the nutritionist that's working with him, that we got working with him. You know, he's taking very, very well to the strength and condition, and you can tell because, man, he fucking dudes up, man. Right. It's hard to get guys as far as Jamel in Colorado Springs. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, man, he dropping dudes 160, 168. You know, just by you know doing the training that we have him do, going through. We just tweak the style. You know, don't try to change nothing about him. Just tweak it a little bit. Just having him be a little bit more aware of what's going on in the ring. You know, take control of his movement, his legs. You know, try to capitalize off of the other fighter's mistakes and capitalize on things that he does well. You know, and I have nothing but good things to say about working with Jamel, man. If anybody listening out there, man, a well-disciplined fighter and a fighter that listens, and Jamel is that fighter, man. Matter of fact, he was going to fight on Terence's card, so, you know, he got pushed back, right? So Jamel was like, you know, I heard him got him scheduled for the 12th. And I was like, man, just go home for like about 2 weeks. I think on the second week being home. And he was like, Coach, man, I'd rather just stay here. You know what I'm saying? Stay here with y'all. He's like, well, but I can go home for at least I'm gonna just go home for a hot second. But no, I'd rather be out here with y'all than go home. And so you want that, you want that. You want a fighter like that wants to continue to learn, and want to continue to capitalize off what he's learning, man. Because the dude is, man, he's up, and he's fighting that. He fought at some weights, man. He should have never fought at, man. He got a slender body, he probably got zero fat on him, Any weight he loses is probably mostly water weight, and he should be fighting. He's gonna fight 30 this fight, and if I can get him down to 26, where those guys are a little bit more his size, that'd be cool too. But he was fighting at 35, 37, 40, man. He was too small for those. I mean, he's a hellified boxer, but just his body physique just was too small for that weight class, And he could be able to, he gonna dominate 30, man. Watch. I guarantee you that.
That's awesome.
He's excited too. And then when we got the nutritionist working with him and he's eating the right food, man, he walk out of the gym at 37, 35, you know what I'm saying? So 26 ain't no problem. But we said I still want him to be strong too,
Right.
But Jamel good though, man. He good, man. Watch you. Just keep your eye on him, man. I guarantee you, in 1 year's time, man, he will be fighting for a title.
I'm gonna be looking forward to that, man. Because Jamel Herring, he followed me on social media and thing. Seemed like a good dude. But
real good dude, man.
Right. My next question, how I've been hearing Crawford's walking around weight that is 178, or he was lifting up weights while they were saying he was walking that much weight. Can you elaborate what's the weight you walk around in? No,
that was a bullshit. That picture that I think he put out a picture that day, and it was like somebody else was on the scale.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't walk around no damn 178 shit. No. He probably walk around at like 162, 163, man,
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
That's it. Solid. He's 162 solid, man. I mean, real solid.
Right. Well,
so, he put that picture out there just to try to see what kind of reaction he's going to get from the public. That's all that was about.
Oh, okay. We was really surprised. I'm like, Crawford can't be that much. Like, there's no fat on him. But yeah, man, that was really funny, man. But I have to ask you, man. Do you think y'all get the respect that you guys deserve? You think y'all getting that?
You can say yeah, then you can say no. You know what I'm saying? When I say no, is I strongly thought Bud should have got Fighter of the Year last year, and he didn't. Now the writers I wrote to always said, "Oh, I voted for him. Well, damn, I'm running to almost all you fucking writers. Everybody say y'all voted for him, but he didn't get it.
Yeah.
But then you look at the public. If you look at the public, the public is going to they're the worst critics. And you get a lot of love from him. He gets a lot of love from the public. But, to validate the best fighter, I mean, I guess you got to get it from the writers. And then once the writers say, okay, he get the best fighter in the world, he get the pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and then the public is somewhat going to agree with you. Oh, yeah, it's about fucking time they gave it to him. Shit, hell yeah, I knew my man was going to get it. And then the writers don't give it to him, then the public say, man, they should have gave that to Bud, man. Shit, I don't know why they bullshitting my man. Shit, that's how you can go back and forth with that. So, but to be honest with you, man, sometimes you can get in your feelings about it, and then sometimes you just gotta just roll with it. But we know kind of work that we're doing, as a team and as a fighter. So and we know where we stand at. So I don't give a fuck if they give us credit or we don't. As long as we keep stacking up the wins and knocking down those pins, man, that's all the thing I care about. And my man is getting what he's supposed to get.
Right. It's pretty interesting, man. I'm surprised because, like, Crawford, he did something that nobody has done in 11 years and become the undisputed champion. So, like, people don't know what it means by being undisputed. Like, you can't dispute. Right. You can't have a debate of what he accomplished, man. It's 11 years. Yeah. It's 11 years. Like, that's a long fucking time. So, go ahead,
one writer said to me, well, look who he beat. He beat Indongo, Julius Indongo. What have he accomplished? Okay, he beat a Ricky Burns that's on the downside of his career, and then he got a lucky punch on Torinoski. So what have Indongo really did in the game? So a lot of writers, said they kept that in mind. Said, well, that's why we did it to him, or that's why that could be the reason why, because it wasn't. He really didn't have a challenge in front of him. He just had a guy in front of him that got lucky. So, but he did it, and that's why I thought that he should have got that Fighter of the Year, man. That's why I thought shit. But oh well. Fuck it, he got it, he did it, and we move on to the next thing,
Right. My next question for you, man, Bomac, you said some interesting words that when Crawford do fight Spence, he gonna rip a new A-hole in him or something like that. You said those words. Well, how do you feel about Spence and how the welterweight and how the critics and the journalists talking about this guy is the most ducked, the most feared fighter, and I notice every time Spence talks about Crawford, he don't sound like he really want to fight him. He say, "Yo, let's see what he do with Jeff Horn." And then when Mikey Garcia wants to fight Spence, he got a great resume, I'd love to fight him. But when Crawford names comes up, he always go back, let's see if he can get the belt with Jeff Horn, let's see what he do, and then we can talk. He's the most feared fighter. He's the most dope fighter. He can't get nobody. He can't get no name. Crawford is a great name, so why you don't talk with a conviction in your voice that you really want to take him down? And what's your feelings about that?
Well, man, fighters know other fighters. If a fighter know in his mind and he really believes that he could beat another fighter, he's gonna be vocal about it. If a fighter has some doubt, he might be like, well, I might have some trouble with him. It might be hard to figure out. Then he'll talk about it, but like you said, he won't talk about it with the conviction in his voice. Now, when you see Terence, when Terence talks about fighting another fighter, he calls them out. He said, say the Spencers, the Thurmans, the Garcias, bring them on, because he believes in his heart he could beat those guys. And so I believe that Spence may have some reserve about the way the fight might go, or the way he might go about the fight. And a lot of times he'll say it, and he'll say it he'll say it like he's not scared, but his actions probably kind of speak a little bit louder. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that just my feelings about it, but like Terence said, you know, hey, let's fight, man. Let's make this fight happen. You know, and my perspective on it, and reason why I say stuff like that, man, is because I got confidence in my fighter. I know what he can do. I know what he can do in that ring, and I know what he's capable of doing. I know he can adapt to Spence's style. I know he can switch on the fly. I know he can adapt on the fly. So I'm going to get out there and I'm going to talk shit about it, hands down, about the other fighter, the fight in general, only because I know what my fighter could do. And I know what me and my fighter talk about. You know, we talk about this fight inside the camp all the time, dog. All the time. Not looking past Horn, not looking past nobody else, but some days we'll be in the gym and the conversation will come up and it's, hey, man, I can't wait to fight that dude. Now, when you got your fighter telling you he can't wait to fight to one of the dudes is most feared, they say is feared, well, damn, shit, I'm going to push for the fight. Because one thing, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And so they put him as the best at 147. You know what I'm saying? So by Terence going up to 47, and they already convicting Terence of not being anything at that division. That's just fuel to add to the fire, dog. You know what I'm saying? That just make us train harder. That just make me study the dude more, find his flaws, his coach's flaws, watch the corner, you know, watch all the interviews, and you will find a crack in there. Somewhere you will find that crack. When you find that crack, man, you just step on that motherfucker and you just bust it wide open. You know what I'm saying? Like in one interview, I just did an interview when I was out in New York, and the dude was asking me, he was like, well, how would you beat him? And I said, well, why would I tell you how would I beat him?
Yeah, I seen that.
I seen that. Yeah, I've been to know how to beat that dude, man. I know how to beat him. He had one motion and one motion only. You know what I'm saying?
Right. One style.
Yeah, one style only, man. And just it's just easy. It's like taking candy away from a kid or something. You know?
Right.
I know he's gonna try to adjust in there. But at that time, when he adjusts, you just have your fighter adjust. Your corner got to adjust. The fighter got to adjust. Everybody in that circle right there in that little corner, everybody got to adjust. And you know where the adjustment comes from? Working on it in the gym.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't just adjust right there that night. Your adjustment starts in the gym. Your adjustment starts months and months and weeks in the gym. So, and what if he do this? And what if he do that? Like, one thing about me and Terence in our camp, man, it's like going to school. It's just like going to school. Just like old classroom. You know what I'm saying? We work on things together. We put things together. It ain't no just the coaches talking. No, I'm going to listen to you, man, because you're the one in there fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, if I say, let's do it this way, no, Coach, I don't like that because his head might come. Okay, well, let's adjust and try it this way. Okay, that'll work. We'll take this half a step over. That's a little better angle, how I feel when you throw it. Oh, that's all even better because you get to reset your feet. And everything got to happen within a matter of a split second. This motherfucker. Everything got to happen within a matter of a split second. So that's where the adjust come in at the gym, and all you guys just got to do when it happens in the ring, and you say it, or he'll see it, he'll recognize it, and then we all know what to do next. It's just real simple. Real simple.
Right. Well, like there's critics out there and even fans that believe that Bob Arum would try to prevent the fight from happening. And if you could give me an estimate, I know you don't know the future, what the future holds, but how long do you see you can see that potential matchup with Errol Spence and your fighter Terence Crawford?
Probably at the beginning of next year, probably the beginning of next year, or the middle of next year. You know, the fight got to marinate a little bit. Terence got to go get that belt from Warren. He got to be able to have something to bring to the table besides just his name. He got to have a belt to go along with that. And then you get the belt, he got a belt, and then we get Terence ranked in the top 5, and then you put the lineal title on top of that. So it just make the fight more interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I've been telling people, man, like, yo, Spence needs to try to look at Crawford as the unification fight, because I don't believe that he's going to get a Keith Thurman fight. Right now, Keith Thurman just suffered another injury. We don't know what's going to happen. He might come back and fight. He might get injured again. He's been known for fighting once a year. So if you gonna think you might get Keith Thurman, you might as well look at the other option and look for Terence Crawford. And I think, like you predicted, I think next year, from the first 6 months, I think they should pursue that unification before pursuing the Keith Thurman unification.
Right. Well, we'll see, man. You know, hey, hold on for a second. Hey, man, you can put those screens by the stairs. My man, you can put those screens by the stairs. All right. Yeah. So I mean, you know, we'll see. You know what? I like to see Keith Thurman get them titles stripped from his ass. And, you know how they put champions in recess or something like that, because he's always hurt. And then when he come back, he can either fight for it, he can be the mandatory to fight for his titles, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like to see open those titles up, man, so we can go after those titles. I was looking at it last night and I was saying that to myself, man, because this dude, he gonna be another 6 months before he fights. You know?
Right.
So, but you know, we'll see how it all plays out. It's all about the bread, though, man. It's all about who putting what money in what pocket, and what sanction body is getting credit. You know, which one is getting the most money. You know, for sanction fees and all that, man. You know, I don't have a blind eye to that, because I know how that shit works, man.
Right.
So,
well, I know for the WBA, for you being a Super WBA champion, the Super WBA, they do not fight mandatories. The regular WBA champion fights the mandatory challengers. For the WBC, if I saw Adonis Stevenson ain't fought a mandatory since 2013, and he still has the WBC belt, that shows Keith Thurman can hold that belt longer, and he's more popular than Adonis Stevenson. Mikey Garcia became the WBC champion in January of 2017, and he hasn't defended that belt once. And Keith Thurman got it in March of 2017. So I don't know. It's unlikely to see him stripped. I'd be surprised.
Well, if he do, he do. He don't, he don't. But it'd be good to see somebody else get a crack at those titles, because the dude don't want to fight. You know, ain't trying to fight. You know, but
right.
You know, when we get to the division, we come in to unify titles, man. Ain't no sense out there to be fighting all these old the mother motherfuckers and shit. When we got one goal in mind, is to unify the titles You know, so, hey, knocking on the door. Hey, let's go, man. Put that title up, man. Let's go, man. Stop holding on to those titles like the last thing in your life you going to do. You know, so I want everybody to know that. Hey, it's coming to unify. Because we want to keep making history, man. Just keep making history. That's what it's all about. Making history, you know, solidifying your place at the Hall of Fame when it's time to go, and just enjoying your boxing career.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can't wait. I know Crawford is going to do it all, man. He's did the impossible last year, and he could do it again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, right, you know what I mean? But I'm definitely looking forward to the June 9th fight. I know it's going to be, to me, in my eyes, I think it's going to be easy work. You know what I mean? I don't know what the others think. I don't know what.
Hey, I got a little secret sparring partner coming in that's going to fuck everybody up, dog. They'll be like, no, he. Hey, they'll be like, no, he did. Hey, did you see that article? Like the second week of camp, we was in Colorado Springs. The Australian Olympic team was in Colorado Springs, right? They was training at the Air Force Academy, and their 65-pounder. I was looking for some work for Terence. Their 65-pounder was there, so he's like, "Yeah, I work with Terence." So the first round was kind of competitive, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of heavy-handed a little bit. But then, you know, I just kept telling Buzz, just keep touching the body, because it looked like all his punches is kind of come heavy. So that's eventually going to slow him down. So the first round was cool. Second round was a little bit better, you know, start catching him with some combinations. You know, now don't get me wrong, he was landing his right hand, his little left hook, and he had a nice jab on him. And now this is a kid. This is a kid got 168 amateur fights. That's Australia's first world amateur champion. He's just training for the Commonwealth Games. So the third round, he really started slowing down because the body shot was starting to get affected him. And third round, man, Bud fucked him up. And that fourth round, well, at the end of the third round, Bud hit him with a couple good shots back to back. So he kind of wobbled back to the corner. And so his coach, now his coach was Jeff Horn's Olympic coach. What's up, man? And so going into the fourth round, man, Bud just dominated this dude. So he ended up stopped him, and with some headshots. And your boy he was out on his feet, and he just stood there like he was about to fall, like a tree was about to fall. And his coach started hollering at him, "God damn it, get your hands up, get your hands up." And so your boy, he couldn't do nothing. And so Terence just took a step back. And I wanted to say, finish his ass, but I didn't because he didn't want to ruin the kid's career and shit. But so they ended up putting an article out in the UK, and the dude said this: Jeff Horn, you in for a world of trouble fucking with Terence Crawford. Because this dude was, he had to look like he was a big, like 178, but he fought at 65. But he told Horn, man, the dude is big as me. And so, I tried to put the article out in the United States, but then nobody latched on to it. So I was like, okay, that's cool. But when I get out this phone, I'm going to send you the article so you can see it. I'm going to send it to you. I wish I could send it now.
We got 10 more seconds, Bomac. I'd love to talk to you some more, man. But we definitely got to have you on again, man.